What's up? I'm Andrew, and this is the Survivor's Guide to Jamming in any key and in any genre at any time. Let's dive in. The first thing that we need in order to survive any jam, any genre, any key, that is a scale. We first need to know the scale, aka the key, right? So once you have figured out the key by way of chords, which takes some theory knowledge, or maybe your buddy just tells you, then you can apply this scale pattern. And the scale pattern goes like this. Now if you don't know that, learn that. That is actually at my Patreon page right now, linked in the description below. Check it out, okay? That is going to be on there. Now it's not just going to be one pattern though. I'm going to have that same pattern listed two different ways. I'm going to have that pattern as a major pentatonic pattern. I'm going to also have that pattern as a minor pentatonic pattern. And there's only one big difference. If you're already on my Patreon page and you've opened up this file, you can see that this is the same exact notes. This is the same pattern. Nothing's changed between major or minor. You'll see one says major, one says minor. The major one though, as you may see, has a root note here on the 8th fret of my E string. It also has a root note here on the 5th fret of my G, and a root note here on the 8th fret of my high E string. Those are my root notes. In this case, they're my C's, because this is all kind of in C major at the moment. So what that means is that that's my overall focus. That's going to sound like a major. That's going to sound like a happier major song, right? And then you're going to see below that a minor pentatonic box 1, and it's going to look like the same shape, but the roots are now here. 5th fret on the E string, 7th fret on the D string, and then 5th fret on the high E string. Okay? So it's the only difference between major and minor is the position of the root notes. So if you're in minor, or you're creating, let's say, a minor lick, I'm playing through the same batch of notes, but because I ended on that root note, which in this case is an A, because we're playing an A minor, that right there sounds sad or dark, if you will. Okay? So that leads me to my next point. Whenever you're sitting in on a jam session, what you gotta know is, well, what key is it, right? If you can't figure out the key, that's fine. Maybe just goof around on the scale a little bit until you figure it out. And then the trick is also to hear if it's sounding sad overall or is it sounding happy overall. Although that's kind of a simple way to think about it, it actually works. If it's a sad song, what I'll do is I'll fish around for the root note with my first finger. If it sounds happy, I'll fish around for that root note with my pinky finger, and I'll do this. Okay? Now I'm playing the same batch of notes here, but it just depends if it's major or minor, and that's the hardest part. So here's my simple trick. Let's say you're playing in the key of C major. All you have to do is put your pinky on the E string, on whatever root note it would be, whatever key you're in. So if I'm in the key of C major, well, this note is a G, this is an A, this is a B. So my C is right here. I'm going to put my pinky right here. If my track's in C major, I'm doing this. And I will jam with those notes exclusively. Let's say I'm in a different key. Let's say I'm in the key of C sharp major. Okay, sure, we can do that. G, A, B, C. C sharp is right there. No problem. It's on the 9th fret. I'm going to put my pinky there. Now I'm in C sharp major. Let's say, let's go crazy. Let's say I'm in E major, right? Okay, what do we do now? We've got the open E right here. Well, we got another one. Check it out. There's another E right here on the 12th fret. That's what those double dots are about. If you didn't know that, now you know. I'll put my pinky there, right? And I'm going to walk through my pattern. And as long as I focus on those roots, on my major key, I'm going to sound awesome. So to find any major key and to jam any major key, you find the root note with your pinky and walk through that box. Let's talk about the minor though. What if it's a sad sounding song? What's a little bit darker, right? What if we want to just make it sound darker and it's like a blues track, which can be, kind of vague. It's a different topic, different day. But let's just say the track was in A minor. No problem. Now what you want to do is you want to find the root note with your first finger. Okay? Now watch this. G, A, right? That's my A on the E string again. We're still focusing on the E string. That's our starting point. And then I play through my notes. So that right there is A minor. If I wanted to play in B minor, no problem. I'll find that note of B with my first finger. G, A, B. There it is. That's the note of B. And I'm starting with my first finger on that root note. And now I'm going to walk through that same pattern, but just from a different place. Right? It's a different place from the major scale. Now we're in minor scale, so it's the first finger starts us all off. Let's say I'm in C minor. No problem. Find that root note with your first finger. G, A, B, C. That's the note of C. First finger's on the note. We're good to go. Play through the scale. Does it make sense? So, now let's go ahead and have a little fun. Let's have a hypothetical. Let's say you're in the key of, let's do A major. You're in the key of A major. What do? If you said find that root note with your pinky on the E string, you were right. I'm going to find the key of A major. Here we go. That's the note of A. I put my pinky there, and I simply walk through my box from there. If I'm in, let's say, the key of A minor, first finger finds that root note, no longer the pinky. So here we go, G, A. Play that same pattern, but now in a different place, starting with the first finger. Now I'm in A minor. Cool stuff, right? And so that is how you play in any key that you want. Know that pinky is for major and first finger is for minor. If you can locate that root note on the E string and play that same shape, you're good to go. And by the way, this is pentatonic, box 1. Of course, you can expand to box 2, box 5, whatever you want to do. Go crazy, right? But I would advise you stay in pentatonic if you aren't already comfortable with it. You want to get really good with pentatonic first because it always sounds good. Any genre, anytime. You can play jazz, you can play pop, rock, blues, it doesn't matter. This little pattern works always. I dare you to test it out. Go have some fun. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the video below. Say hi, give it a like, give me a subscribe. I love you guys. Thank you so much for sticking around. And also, if you were super lost, go to my Patreon page and open up that file with the scales on it. All right, thank you guys. We'll see you.